Where do I poo? I have never had people be so interested about my, toileting as I have since moving into a van. It's what everyone wants to know. It's one of the main questions that people ask me when I tell them that I live in a van. Where do you poo? So I thought I'd make a video on it. Now, I don't know if anyone's going to be particularly interested in listening to a video, watching a video of me talking about shit. But here we go. It's what a lot of people want to know. So, for a toilet in my van, I have this very nice grey bucket, and it's got a little sealable lid with a little toilet seat on there. And I absolutely love this bucket. It was like 15-20 quid on like eBay or something. And it's just fantastic. So the reason that I went for one of these buckets rather than the chemical one is I didn't want to have to use chemicals, and I didn't want to have to be restricted with sort of needing to throw it away in like specific locations. So yeah, I just wanted to keep things simple and cheap as well. Like this was 20 quid. The cassette toilets, they're more money. So I went for this. Now, important note, strap your toilet bucket in, especially if you might be carrying around a little pee on a journey. You do not want this bucket falling over. So I always make sure that this is strapped in, because it'd be a very sad day if you've got to mop up your own waste from the floor. So yeah, keep it strapped in. Now, this bucket I tend to just use for peas. Just have little wees in there. And then I just chuck my pee away, go water a bush, empty it in a lay-by, wherever. I really, for the most part, don't worry about where I pour my pee. Because blokes pee outside all the time and it's no bother. And if I had a dick, that's what I'd be doing. But it's not so it's not so ladylike to be squatting down in a lay-by. So I just pee in the back of my van and then pour it out the door. And that's no bother. Now, I have used this in emergencies for having a poo. Now, I tend to just keep it for emergencies. There have been times where, I've had diarrhea, and there is no way that I'm going to be able to drive to a toilet in time. So it's just been like I've had to use my bucket. And in those scenarios where I've got a bucket of poo to get rid of, I highly recommend getting one of these. It's a little folding shovel, and they're really small, and then they just unfold, and you can, dig yourself a little hole. And I mean, this is great not just for like burying your poops, but just a shovel. It's a great thing to have and just handy in your van. I mean, it's not likely that I'll be needing to dig out snow or anything like that, but you never know. It's a handy tool to have in your van. So folding shovel, because then you can dig a little hole, bury your poop. You can also empty this bucket in public toilets, which I've done. That's no bother. I just carry my bucket into the public toilet, and that's fine. If you've got friends and family who love you, now I say love you because there aren't that many people that are going to be happy you turning up to their home, a little bit unwashed with a bucket of your piss and shit. But those people that really love you. They were happy to see you, even if you've got a bucket of your own waste. So friends and family's toilets, you can pour your waste down there. Another place that I've emptied it is portaloos. Now, you don't see portaloos everywhere, and I wouldn't use every portaloo. So there's always portaloos on building sites and roadwork sites, but I don't tend to go to the big ones. You don't want to go to a big construction site and just cause bother. But small construction sites or little small roadworks, I will go and use the portaloo there, because sometimes they're open and there's nobody about, so you can just empty it. Sometimes there are people about, but in those small sites, it's just proper salt of the earth men. So, I suppose I'm a sweet lady, so, I can just walk up with my bucket of waste and be like, "Hey fellas, is it alright if I just empty this in your toilet?" And, they don't mind. They're happy. So yeah, that's an option for you. But it's mainly mainly public toilets that I just go and empty this into if I need to. Now, if I'm not having any bottom troubles, if I haven't got diarrhea and I've got some, good bowel movements going on, and there isn't a toilet nearby, I've got some dog poo bags. Now, I don't have a dog, but I do have poop sometimes that I need to get rid of. And it's my friend Tanya that actually recommended this to me. So I just keep dog poo bags in, and I'll just poop in a bag, and then pop it in the nearest bin that I find, or dog poo bin. Just kind of looks like I've, perhaps got a really big dog in my van, but actually it's just my poo. So they're really handy to keep. Highly recommend keeping some dog poo bags on you for emergencies. But on the whole, I don't poo in my van if I can help it. I use public toilets. Now, sometimes public toilets are a bit of a pain. I mean, it makes me laugh that they're called public conveniences because I don't actually find them that convenient. Most of the time, they're not open. If they are open, they can be a bit, grubby and grimy. In which case, if they're real like filth, I just use my bucket and take my bucket in and then pour that away so I don't actually have to sit on the toilet or really touch anything in the public toilet. So I'll do that. Another great place to poo is McDonald's. McDonald's is great. They are open really long hours. Some are open 24/7. And it's the kind of place where people don't care if you just walk in and walk out. You don't have to buy anything. So I use McDonald's a lot. Go and poop in there. I also use sports centres, leisure centres, because again they're open decent hours, and they've always got sort of like a toilet that you can access, even if you don't actually go and use the gym or swim facilities. I mean, usually I am, but even if you're not, you can go in there and, have a poop. Another place is libraries. Libraries are great. Again, it's just a public space. They've always got toilets. But again, you might be a little restricted with hours. Some libraries aren't open every day of the week, or they're, not open late into the evening. Supermarkets are fantastic to poop in because again they're open really long hours and they're open early because this is my thing. I'm an early morning pooper, so yeah, I need somewhere that's open early, which is my trouble with public conveniences because sometimes they're not open till like 8 or 10, and I'm like I'm needing to poop before then, so yeah, so that's not always convenient for me. But yeah, supermarkets are great. And again, portaloos, if you just sort of see them around. And like I said, if it's a small building site and there's some friendly chaps there, just give them a sweet smile and ask if you can use the toilet. And it's just no bother. So yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all my shit covered. I think that's all the places that I poop. And what I do with my waste. Obviously, if you've got any more questions about that, feel free to ask them in the comments. And yeah, I will let you know. Thanks for watching.